Klopp got to 2 finals in his first season. Thomas Tuchel, of course, won the Champions League. What's possible and achievable for Ralf Rangnick?
Look, I think that if you're being sensible, I think that top 4 would be the sort of what would be the target. I think the league is, what's happened already this season means that any manager coming in can't win the league. I don't think they're good enough anyway. Didn't think they were good enough under Ole. I didn't have them down as winning the league at the start of the season. But I think they can certainly have a good season and finish in the top 4. It would be incredible if they could win one of the cups. That would be a fantastic season for Ralf Rangnick. That would be great success.
Ole got the job full-time of an interim period because it was so good. Do you think Manchester United have obviously got an option in their head who they want to be their next manager fully? Do you think no matter what Ralf Rangnick does, they should stick to plan A?
It's the one thing that surprised me a little bit out of his press conference last week when he mentioned the idea of staying beyond the term, when actually it was quite clear that he was going to take 6 months and then he was going to have a 2-year consultancy arrangement, which I called it coaching the club. He's coaching the team for 6 months. He then coaches the club for 2 years in terms of the structure. He's done it at different clubs, setting up a successful structure. He talks about a project before. So there's a football project at Manchester United that has that clear sort of what would be ethos behind it. I don't think they've had that for the last 8 to 10 years. They've reacted to managers' wants and wills, which Everton are doing at the moment. They're reacting to what the manager wants. You can't run a football club like that nowadays. You've got to have a real strong thread. What I would say is that maybe where it went wrong with Ole, you look at sort of Ole doing that, having that brilliant 6 months. I think it was right to give Ole the job. What maybe should have been decided between the sort of what would be the partnership that Ole had with the club, and he obviously had a great relationship with the club, and I suspect Rangnick will build that same relationship with the boardroom because of the fact that he's looking to what would be consult beyond this first 6 months, is that let's say there isn't anybody available at the end of the season that's what would be world class that can take over the club for 4 years, and Ralf Rangnick has a good 6 months. I wouldn't be against Ralf Rangnick staying on for next season as a Manchester United fan. However, let's say halfway through that season, a world-class manager became available, which I think it happened with Ole when Pochettino became available when he left Spurs. You might think, look, if one becomes available, though, Ralph, that can be available for like 4 years for a big project that's the right... Maybe at that point, you go up to your upstairs role, and at that point, maybe a manager comes in. If there is a world-class manager available at the end of the season, and Ralf Rangnick has done a good job, I would say then, at that point, they should appoint the world-class manager if that manager is available for the bigger project, which is the 4-year long term. That's how I would see it at the moment. Be flexible, be agile. If he wins the Champions League, the players absolutely love him, the football's unbelievable, then you probably would just keep him going. But still be flexible and agile enough to know that he's still got that ability to go upstairs and manage a great manager or a great coach that could come in for the longer term when it occurs. So I think they should be agile. I was surprised it got mentioned and brought up in the conference last week, but I think they've just got to make sure that they're open to all options.
Let's have a quick look at this, Gary, because he's got some big challenges along the way. He's got a Champions League last 16 tie in February, and he's got Manchester City, the next team they face from the top 3, on March the 5th. Before then, how much of an opportunity does he have to really make his mark on this team?
Look, it's as good a run of fixtures as you could wish for, but I think it would be really disrespectful to say Ralf Rangnick should have Manchester United in the top 3 by then, because I think it dismisses the toughness of the Premier League. Look, he's got a group of players who need to rebuild their confidence. They've been battered for the last 8 weeks. They've been attacked verbally, they've been attacked on the pitch, they've been booed by, on social media. You can imagine the hassle that they've had. The manager's been sacked. He just needs to build confidence. If he continues like he did yesterday, there should be a successful run of games within those fixtures, because Manchester United are better than those teams, apart from the last one, which is Manchester City.